Hi there, it's Emma from Emma's Cards and Paper Crafts. Today is day 19 of my countdown to Christmas using the A Little Bit Festive Designer Series paper pack. Today we are making a gift bag. I have pre-cut and pre-scored, so I wanted to make sure that I left enough of this cardstock for this specific project. So I will quickly measure it up and give you the measurements. So it is 8 inches wide and 11 inches long, and then I've scored at 1/2 inch, 2 1/4, 6 1/4, 8, and then the other way we've scored at 2 3/4 for the base. So let's get on to the cutting. So I have got this specific bag in mind. I didn't measure the contents beforehand, but it's for a bag of squishies. I thought the green and the red goes well, it's perfect. So these are just a little gift for a friend at work. So this is what's going to make the base, the bottom of our bag. We're going to be cutting along this line, this line, this line, and this line, and then we're going to remove this teeny tiny corner here. So let's do that. So we're going to notch this side here, and we're going to put a tiny notch on that flap, or what will be the flap underneath. Again, a teeny notch on that flap. This we're going to keep straight though, because this will be our, what I call our final flap, the outside one. So we don't want bits cut out of that one. So again, keep that straight along there. And slither of a notch off of there. And then notch both of these. So you can sort of just kind of cut a mini triangle out of there. Like so. And then teeny tiny slither off the side here. Just notching it gives it makes it a little bit easier to glue it down when it's done. And we're going to put a teeny tiny notch at the top here. So this is our edge. We're going to put glue along here and fold this edge down so you've got a perfect square fold, or glue should I say. So we want our seam to be nice and perfect, straight, like so. Fold that down there. Just give it a few seconds to make sure it's glued properly. Then we stand our box up. Fold it the other way a little bit so we can get it nice and square. So this side here is our nice square one. So this we're going to fold out and leave till last. We're going to put this one in first, which is our slightly notched one, and then our flaps, and we're going to sandwich our flaps. So when we glue it closed, you've got a nice square or rectangle bottom you can work from to make sure you've lined it all up straight before you completely glue it down. So we're going to go like so. So we're going to pop a little bit of glue on there. So do a nice little wiggle along there. Flaps down. Nice little wiggle on each flap. So I'm not pushing these flaps down hard just yet because glue's given up on me. I've got about 6 glues lined up here that have got the tiniest bits in the bottom, and I've been holding them upside down for a while. So it all runs down, because you'll be surprised how much glue is actually in the bottom still. So I'm going to use my outer flap to line it all up to make sure I've got it straight. So we're going to give it a few seconds like that so it glues to the top flaps, and then we'll flip it over and then pop something weighty inside to glue the bottom down. So that should have stuck by now. I generally like to put a punch in the bottom just to hold it. Do it good. Wedged down, and we'll leave that again, lean that against there for a second. So I have kind of gone quite simple with this one. Just got some nice poinsettias. I never know if I'm saying that right. To go on the front. And then we might find a little scrap of cardstock. In fact, I've got a little scrap from yesterday's project right here. And then we're going to use the Make the Season Sparkle Sentiment to go on the front. Haven't decided how we're going to do the sentiment on the front. Might die cut one of these little banners actually. Let's see which one fits. I feel like this. I want to see the short chubby one. Nothing against short and chubby, because that's me all over. Best way to measure is put it directly over the stamp, and yes, it should just about squeeze in. So to make sure I try and get it central, I'm going to line up these points between the two lines of writing when I stamp. So I'm going to stamp it first, then when I die cut, I'll put the die over the top and line it up so I know I've got it straight. So our glue should be good by now. Moment of truth. Let's see if said goodies fit inside. I feel like I'm going to have to twist the packet a little bit. Yay. And then we're going to gently tease the top to let me have a fold. And then we are going to use my hole punch to put some holes in here. So again, I like to be able to see where I'm putting my holes. I'm going to do it with the packet in there, so I know how far down I can go. And I'm going to use my pattern on my bag to know how far apart, because it's pretty symmetrical. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to put my holes on these two stars here. So I'm going to go right about there and try and punch that star out as circular or central as possible. And then I'm going to do the same here and try and punch this one out as central as possible. There we go, reasonably central. So we're going to put some ribbon through here to tie it shut, but let's get the hole punch out the way a minute. Get the rubbish out the way a minute. We're going to use, you know what, I was going to use the silver ribbon, but I'm going to use the gold because our poinsettias have got gold on them. So this is the nice new, I've still got it on my reel holder upside down. This is the open weave trim, and this is a new one that is in the January to April catalogue. So I'm afraid it's not available just yet, but it will be available very, very soon. Just going to cut off the amount, and I'm just going to, right, let's make sure we've got this around the right way. So this is going to be the back, so that means I punched it the wrong way around. It's not, it's going to be the front. We're going to make it the front because I punched it the wrong way around. I should have looked at it the other way around when I was punching. So all that for nothing on making my bottom nice and perfect. Like so, and like so. I can't get hold of it. This is tiny and thin, and so now we're going to pull that completely tight and put in a half a knot, and then we're going to pray that stays there while we make our nice pretty bow. I'm not a fan of time bows with this one. It doesn't quite like to play ball, and I want my tassels to stay down. So I also want my bow to be nice and tight so it holds it shut. like so. My tassels are kind of down. I'm going to open my bow up a little bit. It's a little bit skinny that side, like so. Right, let's put our poinsettias on. You know what, I'm just going to be really lazy. I'm just going to pull off this whole piece as it is and just kind of stretch it out across the middle. So, lazy, but it works. Now, I feel like this way up is a good way. And we're going to put them up a little bit because I want to put my sentiment sort of here. So, what colour should we stamp in? What colour is this? I feel like it's real red. Yes, real red. So let's stamp in real red. Let's just find real red because it's kind of hidden behind my tower of mess. There we go. And then I'm not going to do it too close to the edge because I want to make sure we've got enough room to cut out our banner shape. There we go. Let's put that out of the way because that's all inky now. And I know I will just put my hands in it and they'll end up with red ink all over my hands all day long. Put that back where it belongs. Put everything back where it belongs. So then our die, we're going to line up with centre of the writing. So it might not look like I'm putting my die on my paper straight, but it's probably because I didn't stamp it straight. I've got some teeny tiny bits of whatever it's called, sticky paper stuff. That's what we're going to go with. That's the name of it today. Okay, sticky paper stuff. To do that, I'm just going to quickly die cut this out and I'll be right back with you. So there we have it, all die cut out. Let's carefully try and peel this away. There's that. And then we're going to get some sparkles out because you know we need sparkles. I'm going to get the iridescent foil gems and we're just going to use the smaller ones, but I want ones that have got quite a lot of sparkle in them this time because you need sparkles when you're making a season sparkle. So I'm going to go two over here actually. And this nice big spot, and then don't run away. One down there. Pop those to one side, and then find a new sheet of dimensionals. Nope, I don't. I've got a sheet of dimensionals right in front of me. And then we just want to put a couple of dimensionals on there. And then we're just going to pop that on there like so. I'm just going to go back because my glue didn't come quite to the edge here and I don't want the bottom to fall out, as this is the front now, not the back. Come on glue, where are you? No, I think that one's about to say, I've given up, my time is up, let me go. This one feels like it's got a lot more in it though, so I'm just going to run a little bit along that edge in there, oh, and in that flap there, and then I'm just going to stand it back up again. And it has squished out because I knew that was going to be too close to the edge, but we'll clean that up and we'll get a baby wipe on it later. There we go. So there we have it. There is our 3D Thursday project. Hope you've enjoyed watching and I hope you'll pop back again tomorrow for Fun Fold Friday. Bye bye.